Yes, that's right. You sometimes when you don't even remember, then you forget. Because you didn't even realise that what the thing that you were thinking about wasn't even a real memory. It was something that you fabricated from way back when you retroactively look back at it, you've caused that memory to become true in the now, and therefore if we look at Deleuze's idea of complete past, then you can retroactively affect how that past is composed. Therefore, you control historically the future from the past, looking back at yourself, thinking about it now. So it makes me laugh, that kind of thing. But anyway, the real reason that I'm talking about that is just literally just to amuse myself while we're waiting for some of these other. Oh, the music's cut out again. Oh, there's the music. It's cut back in again. But he's cut out again. Never mind. He's not very professional, this geezer, is he? He's got music going on and then it's going off again. Sometimes you think that there's music playing, you just got to get into it. You think to yourself, oh, that sounds like a nice tune, and then suddenly it's gone. You listen to some other music. He's got no control over his levels. That's the thing about this geezer. So we're waiting now for the live stream, for the holiday Star Citizen introduction or preview or first look or first lick of the lollipop that they call Squadron 42. There's 42 of them apparently. There's squadrons. There's 23 squadrons before this one. Each one's taken about probably about a month or so for Chris to think about, and he's gone, well, what do you think about Squadron 1? Should we have first call it Squadron 1? We could call it that, Erin. What do you reckon? And Erin's gone, well, I don't know about that. Squadron 1, it's a bit presumptuous, isn't it? It makes it sound as if, I don't know. I mean, Squadron 1, it would take us about a month to knock that up. But I don't know, Chris. What do you think about Squadron 2? That's not a bad idea. Squadron 2. No, it sounds a bit like number 2. I don't like that very much. What about Squadron 3? We could release it alongside Star Citizen 3.0, you know, in 2015. We could release it then. No, Chris, I don't think 3, because 3 it's too close to. I want something bigger, you know. Well, Erin, you always want more, you know. That's the thing about you, isn't it? But all right, Squadron 4. 4 is more. Squadron 4. We call it Squadron 4. How about that? No, Chris, I don't. It's too square. You know, 4 points on square. Squadron 4 doesn't sound right. We need maybe a larger number, 5. Well, I don't know about 5 because it makes me think of 5 is Alive, and you know, with Ali Sheedy and I don't know. I still have a problem thinking about that because don't know whatever happened to Ali Sheedy. Well, anyway, it goes on like this for several months until they arrived at Squadron 42. You know, they've finally got there after a long. They were interested. Squadron 41, it was going to be called for a long time, about 5 years. It was called Squadron 41, and then finally in I think it was 1970, they announced that it was going to be called Squadron 42, and they announced that Mark Hamill was going to be in it, and he was unknown then in 1970. He was still at school, and so that, you know, they didn't really. But luckily for them, like Mark Hamill, who they knew at school in Wilmslow, went on to become. He got a job after school. He did like an apprenticeship sort of training scheme to be a star pilot, and ended up moving to Tatooine, where his family were wiped out by the Imperial stormtroopers. So, although that is a tragedy for him, it did mean that he could go on to have a career as a famous, you know, pilot and then Jedi. So, it's worked out well for you know, and good luck to him. Mark Hamill worked out well for him, and so basically, you know, what's happened there is that Chris has fortuitously known someone back in the 70s who then went on to star in a series of films because he already was a star pilot. So he applied for the films and they accepted him because of his, you know, his piloting experience, and the fact he happened to be related to, you know, an evil emperor of the universe, although he didn't know that at the time. Chris always suspected. He said, there's something funny about your dad. It's always, when he rings up to see if you're here, he's always, it's Chris there. Yeah, this is Chris. Well, I didn't mean to say Chris, I meant to say Mark. Is Mark there? And Chris said, yeah, I'll just get him. And he said, he's funny, your dad, isn't he? He came to pick him up in the car one time. He wouldn't get out of the car. You know, he was just there, this sort of black shape in the car. So anyway, it was fortuitous for Chris and Erin, of course, and Sandy. They knew Sandy back then as well. Anyway, they knew her, and they knew Mark, and it was fortuitous really that Mark Hamill, that they knew at school in Wilmslow, actually turned out to be a famous star pilot and son of an evil Emperor of the Universe. So then they managed to, from that, on the back of that fame, they got him into what then became Squadron 42. It was Squadron 41 for a long time before that, and before that was called Squadron 40. So that's one of the reasons for the delay anyway. As far as I can tell, that's the reason for the delay. It's to do with the lineage. It's to do with the history. It's to do with the looking back, looking forward, staying the same. Won't let it change me. Chris is a multi-millionaire. He won't let it change him. He's still the same bloke he was at school. Oh, I like Star Wars, even though it hasn't come out yet. I imagine it was going to be really good. Mark's told me that his dad's going to make a movie, and it's going to be all about an emperor. His dad's an emperor or something. I don't know. Mark's always telling stories at school. It's a lot of old rubbish really. But anyway, what the upshot of it is that fortuitously for CIG, Mark Hamill, the now famous star pilot and son of evil Emperor of the Universe, is going to be in the game. He's in the game anyway. Not on the game, he's in the game. Right, anyway, so that's that sorted out. So anyway, here we are now. Let's see if we can jump in, shall we? I won't waste any more of your time, but it just, you did ask, so I told you, and that's one of the reasons for the delay. We'll go for best, because you never know, might deserve something like that, and we'll see if we can get in. The problem that we've got is that last time I got in, there was several crashes. I changed the user folder and all that sort of stuff, and even so, several crashes. I was also rendered out. I was very upset. Everything's been wiped. That's not a big problem, but they have given me a million UECs to make up for it. They give me a lot of dollars to make up for it, which is very nice of them. Splashing the cash around, chucking dollars away like there's no tomorrow. I mean UEC away like there's no tomorrow. They've got the spares, they've got the readies, they've got loads of money. So it's all good for them, splashing it about. And it's because it costs so much to get your ship back when you find out it's got no doors, or the seat's missing, or the doors won't open, or it won't take off, or you fly it somewhere and it just causes a crash. But apart from that, I'm a millionaire. Oh, we're in. Right, okay, let's go. Let me just kill the heavy breathing, because reminds me of Mark's dad, and welcome you now to Star Citizen 3.0. This is the PTU, the Persistent Test Universe. Now we ourselves, we're just waking up, we're just getting up, we're just climbing out of bed, inching our way off the memory foam. All is good, all is fine. There's a few pink books, a few exercise books. We've been doing some homework, some boning up, so to speak. We'll just check out what that is. There's some books here. Classical Approach to Protocol Case Study, and this one is Trusted Cyber Network Conversions of the Trusted Computer System Evaluation Criteria. Now, if that doesn't sound like a made-up title, I don't know what does. There's the rail. It's there for safety. If you need a coat hanger, I don't know. Look to your left. Let me just do one little thing. I do find that having the music at full volume is very, very irritating. And we'll just back off the announcers' vocals as well, because they can really announce things quite angrily and quite rudely. I think sometimes we're in pod 2. I'm in pod 16. All right. Well, I was only wrong by 14. Oh, hello, darling. How are you then? It's all lies, is it? Well, actually, I've been meaning to tell you something. You know how you think that you're a hairdresser from Wilmslow? You're not. You're just an AI. What do you mean I'm an AI? Well, I mean, you're not a real person. I'm a hairdresser from Wilmslow. No, you're not. You're not. You're an AI. AI, what's that? Active and interesting. No, 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 no. It means artificial intelligence. I'm intelligent, thanks very much. No, you don't understand. You're not real. Oh, that's right. Do you want your hair doing? Do you want it bleached again? No, I don't have my hair bleached. You do. You have your hair bleached. No, I don't. It's a pointless conversation. I don't know. I tried to tell him it's all lies, but he's been brought up in a tissue of lies, a fabric of deceit, wearing the slacks of shame. And here's another fellow lost the will to live because he woke up dressed like Kermit the Frog. I'm very. This is the stair where I always sit. The stair. This is the stair. Anyway, stoic, brutal. That's what they call him. A man who is easily pushed off his stride by a flying frog. Right, let's see what we can do here. I want to take a Cutlass Black, which I believe the doors have been reformed.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
That's wonderful news. Now, just before I do this, I've just got to hop out because there's some humming going on which I need to just address. Just going to take that down a notch because it's slightly irritating. Right, we're back in the game. And you're back in the room. Right, now, which, I don't know where it was though. Was it A2? Was it A2? Was it A2? Was it A2? It looks like A2 over there, isn't it? 68 metres away. Now, what we do need to do is get a little bit togged up, a little bit tooled up, a little bit ready. Oh, not sure about that, love.
Thanks for coming in.
That's okay, I just had to see the wig for myself. That has got to be a syrup. Right, here we go. Let's buy it. We're buying it. And we're going to confirm the purchase. And then what we're going to do is just kill that slightly.
You're going to be happy with that.
I am. I'm going to be very happy when I empty a full clip into somebody who's not expecting it. I think at the end here is what I want. Is that right? P8? P8?
We've just received some exciting new products. Have a
Oh.
look.
I am looking. Confirm the purchase. Yes. Now the thing about this is I want to buy another one now. What do I do?
Happy with that.
Yes, I am. Already really, really happy. Now what I want is to be able to buy more than one though. Alright, confirm that. Yes, good. Right, let's exit. I'm not going to get too tooled up because...
Is there anything I can help you with?
No, there isn't. I'm just running this way because I want to see Apex Gang. Oh, Apex Gang. How are you doing today? You look very familiar. Right, okay, I'm going to go get myself a suit, suited and booted. Now what I like... I wish they'd stop playing that alarm in my head. It really, really annoys me. What I'm going to do is go for this undersuit. I quite like this one. Buy that. Yep. And confirm the purchase. Yes, very good. Exit. Yeah, I'm going to be really happy with that, mate. It's going to be so happy with it. Now, let me just get some arms. No, I don't want to try them on. Satan's. I want to buy this piece. Medium armor. Yes, confirm. And exit. Now the other thing is, do I really have to do this all in pieces like this? Like that? Yes, okay, I'm going to confirm the purchase. Yes, 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 yes. Now I need some legs, but I don't really like those legs. I'd like some different legs. Are there any other legs I can buy? No, there aren't. Okay, I'm just going to have to buy these legs then. Or maybe I don't. Actually, maybe I could just buy these legs. Or is this all one piece? I'm just going to buy the legs of this then. Buy. Whatever. Confirm the purchase. Alright, we're going to exit. And I'm just... One last thing. Just give me one little moment here. One last thing. We're waiting for the stream. Everybody's waiting for the stream. I'm only trying to keep you entertained while we're waiting for the stream. Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm going to buy the exec. Just because, you know, I'm rocking it for the WHP. We've got to represent, mate. That's the thing. Got to keep it all gold and shiny. For their WHP, we have the papers. Right, I'm going to get changed out here if you don't mind, because you creep me out. I'm going to get changed in the window, like a right old tart, like an Antwerp prosy. I'll be parading myself in the window of Olisar. Or is it Oliver? I can never remember. Olisar, Olisar. The space battle wanted more. Olisar. Right, armour. This is what I want. Oh no, undersuit, flight suit, beacon. Look at him in his beacons. Right, armour, torso, max core. Armour, Odyssey, helmet, desert. Right, torso. I want that. That's on. Armour. Arms. I want that. Yep. I'm going to leave it like that for now because I don't want to be weighed down. But armour, helmet, exec. Look at him go. Utility, med pen. Get it on. Right, I've got a med pen already. Okay, and then we're going to go here. Utility, weapons. I'm sorry about the time this is taking me. Spare, empty, what? No, what is this all empty? Where do I put my weapons in? Weapon primary, there we go. Ballistic, SMG, bangdy bang. Weapons, just get myself, weapon primary, no, empty, spare weapon magazine. SMG, thank you very much. Save de change et équipé. C'est bien le change équipe. C'est le change équipe. Pardon, parce que c'est le change équipe. Right, okay, that's good. All the way from France. Let's just take a little look at you, son. You look like a right pleb. Look at you. Look at you. You've tried to rock it with the slimline effect, but with a bit of togged up to the nuts. Where's your oi? Where's my gun? Where is my gun? Où est le fusil? Right, weapons. Right, empty. Weapon primary. Thank you. Yes, it's there. Save changes. C'est bien le change équipe. No? Has he got it now? Can we see him in third person? There he is. He's in, like Flynn. Right, I've forgotten where everything is. Let's just go this way. Yeah, just don't get ahead of yourself, mate. You might have a good selection. Anyway, look, we're waiting for the stream, the happy hour delayed stream. Everybody's kicking off in the chat as usual. Like, oh, I took my wife to the top of Mount Everest to ready for the stream, and now we're stranded on Pierce Creek and we can't get down. We're running low on oxygen because you've cancelled the stream that you promised you were going to portray the stream. We went to the top of Everest to watch it, and now it's not there. And that's your fault. Well, you know, it's unconscionable, isn't it? Absolutely unconscionable. Don't know where I'm going now. Where the F7C is this straight cutlass then? If it's 98 that way, it must be up the other end. It must be A07. Somebody wasn't paying attention. Were they, Downer? No, they weren't. No, sir. No, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I told my mum about you, sir. Right, let's get a bit of a shift on, eh? Since you haven't got any armour on your legs, you can run like a gazelle. Like a young buck. Charging through the undergrowth. Cycling to Daymar at every opportunity. Here we witness the citizen in its natural environment. Going through an airlock. This is a daily cycling process for many of the citizens of the stars. What they do, they spend a large amount of time. What they'll be doing now is foraging for ships. They will spend an inordinate amount of time looking around different paths for ships that they have ordered. Unable to find them, this young buck becomes frustrated and starts banging his head against the wall because he can't remember. They're very short attention spans. These young citizens have very, very short attention spans. They can't remember a number for more than about 30 seconds. So even though the screens tell them the number, they simply cannot retain it. And this is one of the barriers that stop these young bucks, these agile young hominids, from evolving to leave the safety of these pads and venture out into the larger verse. It's just their sheer stupidity and lack of ability to retain simple numbers that's prevented them from leaving the safety and security of the pads that they grew up in. Many of them, in frustration, fling themselves off the edge like lemmings, where they simply find that there is no gravity. So it's a pointless escapade. But look, ladies and germs, now look upon the beauty, the majesty that is the Cutlass Black. I thought the other Cutlass was good. Oh, boy, was I stupid. I was happy with the first Cutlass. Now look at me. I've got myself trapped in the wrong area. Again, broken my legs. No, I haven't. Come on, just get me the fucking out of fucking Jesus. I'm getting very frustrated, people, because I can't handle how long it actually takes to get out of this place. And I admit, a lot of it is my own fault. It is. A lot of it is just my own fault. Anyway, we're waiting for the live stream. Apparently there are many famous people in the live stream. WC Fields is playing Commander Batten, who is one of the main characters in the Van Duel area. Hello there, I'm the Van Duel. He does a bit of cigar box juggling, and they've mocapped that, so it's all going to be really seamless in the game, showing the grabby hands to the full effect. And then there's various other famous people, very many famous. Dean Martin is in it. He's playing. Look at that! It spawned with my barrel that I bought earlier. 14 crates of barrel. Look at him. Who does he think he is? He gets 14 crates of barrel. Thinks he owns the place. That's good, don't it? That's what I call persistence. So I've got 14 crates of barrel, right? We're going to go to Levski and sell it. That's the plan today, people. Now, I had much Barney rubble getting into this seat last time, so we're just going to see how that pans out, because last time this is what crashed the game. He's straight in. He's arrived like swimwear. I mean, sorry, he's in there like swimwear. Right, let's see if this works. No, ship startup.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft.
Hey, it did work.
Your systems are online.
Hallelujah. 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 Although I'm not very happy about this. Look, these MFDs are all out of focus. Look at them. They look like they're not rendered properly. What? I don't like this. And what's this great big no target crap hanging in the area? Can I get rid of that? That it's not going to be one of those things where I click on it and it's actually following me around like that's part of my helmet now. Why is that now part of my helmet? Why? What is going on, man? Look, maybe I should have read a memo or something, but that I don't like that very much.
Launch complete.
It's just,
Landing gear up.
it's not, though, is it? It's just something that you like to say to me. Oh, just tell him the landing gear's up. He loves that. Tell him. Go on, tell him. See his face. Look at his face. Landing gear up. Lovely. The landing gear... What? It's not up. You lied to me. Why did you do that? Why'd you lie to me? Huh? You lied to me. Anyway, it's not the return of the Mac. It's the same old crap that we all do every time. We say goodbye to Oliver. I think that's how you pronounce it. And we're now weapons live. Right, okay. Let's get ourselves to Levski. I can't even remember where it is. I think it's on Chalamar. Harmar Superstar. Delamar. That's where it is. let's get ourselves right straightly away into that area. Straightly away, I'd like to suggest that we go far afield, further afield than that, all the way to Delamaro, to Delamici, the worst band ever in the history of pop. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. And I don't say that lightly, they really were absolutely terrible. And they were quite big as well.
London Drive is
I mean
now
big, like in size. They're all about 8 foot tall. Dell was especially tall. Whoa, look at that. Eating up the distance, like a hungry Italian man sucking up the spaghetti. And this is Christmas at Debenhams. Welcome, ladies and germs. They've shifted that button back. Look at it go. Look at it. Christmas at Debenhams. Welcome to Debenhams. Chris Roberts will be flying one of some of his favourite spaceships through the foyer. We've set up the lights. It's Christmas time. Chris, get ready to turn on the lights. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I've never turned on lights before. Anyway, Chris, try and calm down. Maybe it's me that should calm down. There's Levski. And we all love a Levski, don't we? I love a Levski. I love a long Levski time. Right, here we go. Let's get ourselves in the Levski zone and crank it, pump it, push it. Let's push the envelope and then let's tear up the envelope. Not thinking outside the box, we're thinking, not even of thinking. That's how far outside the box we are. We've even stopped thinking about thinking itself. We're now just into doing things outside the box. People who think outside the box are so last year. They're so patch 679448. We've moved on from there. We're doing some new, exciting stuff. We're going at 113 miles per hour. I mean meters per second. I mean pasties per lunch. Chris has now reached the target that he's been trying to get to for many years. He gets in the queue at Greg's, tries to push in. Don't you know who I am? I'm the Lord of the Universe. So get to back at queue, Chris. Get to back at queue. Just because you can eat 1,113 pasties in one sitting doesn't make you the king of anything. You're just king of the pigs. No, Chris, he's not a pig. He's a very charming and wonderful visionary, and we should all be grateful for his vision. Look at that, look at that. One of those craters there, you fit the whole of Skyrim in there. I'm actually going to crash now, thanks to Chris. Right. Just take it under advisement. Wow. Slight miscalculation there, folks. Didn't realise that it was so easy to get into Levski. Nearly impaled myself on a stalagmite. And yes, I do know the difference. Right, okay. I've slightly damaged my left front widget, or is it my right centre baffle? I can't quite tell. Who cares? It's all the same to me. Yep, alright, we're still okay. We're still okay in the verse. Now where is Levski? Because that looked to me as if I'd come into the wrong side of the planet there. Done my usual gaff, thinking that something is on this side of the globe is actually on the other side. And you know how embarrassing that can be. You think you're in Hong Kong, you're actually in Peckham. I'll have half a portion of... No, actually make it a full portion of chips and I'll take a large cod. What you say? I'm sorry, I thought I was in Peckham. Right, okay, let's go back here then. Because I've lost the will to Levski now. Why am I now suddenly confronted with a bunch of stalactites, mites? Why am I presented with a bunch of mites? Is there such a thing as a stalagcud? Like it's like a stalagmite that might have become a stalagmite, but just couldn't be bothered. Sort of like a cynical, kind of like lazy stalagmite. It just could, well, I could have been a stalagmite, just couldn't be bothered. It's like a stalak could. Anyway, we'll end that train of thought there because it's not going anywhere. Right, okay, now. It's lonely, I tell you what, it's only 7:30. Oh, we've got half an hour to go, people, before the stream. Half an hour before we see Mark. Apparently in the new game, Mark Hamill, in the first scene, kisses Gillian Anderson like a full kiss. It's going to be amazing. And you, as the character, get a chance to choose whether you want to be inside Gillian's mouth or inside Mark's mouth at the time of the kiss. It's going to be amazing. You can literally be inside. And if you've got one of the new SLOIP headsets, it's saliva over IP. The new SLOIP headsets actually dribbles in your face when people kiss in the game. You actually feel it as saliva dribbling down your face. It's amazing. SLOIP, saliva over IP. Well, I'm a bit stumped now because I don't know where I am. Should we just get out? Just unload some barrel into a random area. I can't find out where I am, people. Levski's not signposted. Let's just take ourselves on a slow little arc around here and see what we can see. But yeah, no, SLOIP over IP. I was wearing it the other day. I got absolutely drenched. I was watching ATV, one of the old ATVs. Chris was getting excited about lockable doors in the game, and he was just slavering away like an Alsatian on heat. I got absolutely covered. I had to take the SLOIP headset off because there was so much saliva coming over the IP. Actually, I had to change keyboards in the end because it caused a short circuit. My whole system went down because of his slavering excitement over his own game. It's like laughing at your own jokes, isn't it? Never slaver over your own game. Give the game away, so to speak. I wish he would give the game away instead of charge $166 million. It's amazing, isn't it? It's only 3 of them working on the game. Right, there's Levski apparently. It's 88 kilometres away. Now I find that hard to believe because that's just a lump of rock, isn't it? I mean, there's no Levski there. Am I stupid? Is that the problem? Am I stupid or something? Because to my mind, when something's in front of you, telling you that it's getting nearer, then that thing's in front of you on this side of the planet, not on to the side of the planet. Chris, I've got a brilliant idea. I've got a brilliant... Mark said, Mark Hamill, from the old school days. Mark Hamill has been in touch. He says he's tweeted something here. It says, why not play a prank on all your game friends and make them think that a base or like a star base or something that you're trying to get to, and you think it's on one side of the planet and it's actually on the other. Oh, that's brilliant. He always used to make us laugh in class, He used to play all sorts of pranks on the teachers. He'd put like a no entry sign on the door to the classroom when the teacher came along, but he wouldn't put it on the side that the teacher was facing. He'd put it on the other side. Brilliant. He used to put kick me posters on people's fronts. It's ever so funny guy, very ever so ironic, thinking outside the box, you know what I mean? Really clever guy. Although his dad was a bit weird. Very husky voice, very tall man. Used to carry a big glowing stick. Strange. Wore a cape. You know the fella? Yeah. Weird, wasn't he? God, weird. Parents' evenings were very, very tense. Many a geography teacher was suddenly flung against the wall, gripping his throat. Dad, release him. Don't use the force. It's Mr. Viggers, my geography teacher. Please don't kill him. The geography is strong in this one. Alright, let's get a bit of speed up then, shall we? Because this is getting to be tedium. Tedium on a plate. I'd like to order the tedium. Oh, I'm sorry, tedium's off. Oh, have you got anything else that's like tedium? I've got Star Citizen, although it is from yesterday. Alright, I'll have a portion of Star Citizen. My word, this is tedious. Almost as good as the real thing. Right, okay. Let's see if we can get ourselves to where we want to go. My thinking is, right, that I could just fly around the planet like this. As long as I keep my nose up. Keep my nose clean. We'll just scoot around, see what we can find, you know. What the hell? We've got the barrel. We're not going anywhere in a hurry. We've got our own barrel, and everything's looking good. If we see anything of interest, we'll just stop off, get out, have a picnic. Look, there's a Death Star over there. I've got this brilliant idea, Sandy. It's for, I think it's like a round spaceship, and I'm going to call it the Star of Death. No, I think, Chris, I think you'll find that that's already been done. I can never do Sandy's voice, she's always from the deep south. I tell you, Chris, that's already been done. They already have a Death Star in Star Wars. Oh, Sandy, talk to me again about Star Wars. I love it in your lovely accent. Well, Chris, in the beginning, there was Luke Skywalker, and he had a sister, Princess Leia, and their father was a terrible man, an evil son-bitch, and he was a Dark Emperor and a Sith Lord. Oh, Sandy, what's a Sith Lord? I don't rightly know. It's someone very, very evil, Chris. I hope you never become a Sith Lord. I won't, Sandy. I won't become a Sith Lord. I'm going to become a game developer. I'm going to become a game dev and then a film director. And one day I'll work with all the greats. All the greats. I just got to get it together. I used to know Gary Oldham at school. I used to go to school with him, and Gillian Anderson. We used to. Oh, she was terrible at school. She was always in detention. Smoking behind the gym. What is this strange pool of nothingness now I'm heading into? They're just not bothered to render this side of the planet. Is this a lake? What is this? Something ever advancing, creeping death. It is Sauron's will. Soon it will engulf all of these Middle-earth lands before us. Maybe not. Alright, let's get a bit of height up then. Let's see if it registers on the old visage. Yeah, it is. It's still there, creeping along. It's very weird, isn't it? Maybe it's atmospheric effect, or it's a weather effect or something. Who knows what goes on in the mind of the game devs? So anyway, we're waiting for the stream. It's now 25 minutes to go, roughly. Or a year, depending on what they decide to do. Let's hope they do it today. I mean, I'm not that massively bothered. I've done a sponsored pie eating contest on Giant's Causeway, and I specifically took the time off work as a loss adjuster to do that, and to have it live streamed directly and projected onto my stomach. As I eat the pies, my stomach would expand and the image of the game would become rotund and almost in 3 dimensions. And I organised to do that, Chris, and then you cancelled the live stream without a mere half an hour's notice. I was already greased up, the pies have been made, and they've all gone to waste now. I had to give them to the local cat's home. And as you know, Chris, cats don't really eat pies. So if they get ill, it's your fault. And I'm going to tweet that on your account. Shall I get a bit higher? Or shall I slam directly into that mite? Look, I've got a cargo full of barrel here. I've got a belly full of barrel. I've got a belly full of barrel, man. I got to get me to Levski. Where is Levski, though? And why can't I just go there? Why do I have to trawl around in this tedious wasteland? As if in answer, the wind howled. Have you got anything, you know, it's like tedium, but with a little sort of sprinkle of boredom on top? Something that just sort of washes over you and leaves you cold. We've got some Star Citizen. Have you ever tried that? Oh yeah, okay, no, I'll give the Star Citizen a go, yeah. Yeah. No, it is tedious, yeah. It's got all the ingredients of a real tedium. Yeah, it's almost like real tedium itself, and it has got a sprinkle of boredom about it as well, and a hint of frustration. I think you'll find. Yes, it has got a hint of frustration. You're right. A little aftertaste there, a little bitter aftertaste. Yes, and do you know what? What? At this stage in the game, early development, it could cost you over $1,000. Wow, that is something. Tedious and expensive. What a combination. No, I'm not complaining. This is amazing. We've waited a long time to be able to do this planetary stuff, and it is good. I mean, it really is good. It's just... I'd like to choose the moments when I go for long flights across a very, very dull landscape. I'd like to do that of my own volition, rather than... Come on, let's try a little bit of stalagmite hunting then. See if we can get down here a little bit closer. A bit of canyon running. Never hurt anybody, did it? Sliding to the side slightly here. Come on. Anyway, tell you what. You're playing fast and loose with Mrs. Beryl in the back. Tell you what. I should have one of those stickers on the back of my Cutlass. Beryl on board. Don't mess with a man who's got Beryl on board. I've just noticed that speaker there on the left, on the right. Look at that, you've seen that on the dash there? That speaker there. Looks like something out of the 1950s, like something out of Fallout 4. Should be playing some jaunty 50s tune that's in stark contrast to the apocalyptic scene around it, like they do in all of their demos and all of their promos. Jaunty 50s music in stark contrast to the apocalyptic scene around it. What should we do for our new demo? I don't know. Have some jaunty 50s music in stark contrast to the apocalyptic scene around it. Great idea, great juxtaposition of ideas. Yeah, the dream of the 50s, the innocence of America, starkly cut through by the reality of nuclear war. Brilliant idea. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Meanwhile, in Star Citizen, okay, let's get ourselves up and away. Let's just aim for the oscillating mollusk up there. There we go. Let's leave our troubles far behind us as we head out into some barrel activity. Oh, I'll tell you what I haven't done. I'm just going to slightly do that for a minute, and then I wanted to put a timer on, just for me, just for Jolly, just for himself. That work? No, it didn't work. I'll tell you what, I'm doing very well here. I've got more followers than I had last time I looked as well. That's nice. That's very nice. Thank you guys. I appreciate that greatly. Oh. That's what it was. There we are. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, no, I do appreciate the follows, always do, and I appreciate people who drop by. We had a very interesting discussion with a man called Failed Kickstarter the other day, who dropped in to, as in his words, he wanted to try to troll me. And as it turned out, he didn't troll me at all. I was quite happy to accommodate him and his views, and a great discussion was had by all. It was really very, very pleasant. So thanks for dropping by, mate. I noticed that video has actually had a lot more views than any other video I've done. So maybe that's what we should do a bit more. We should host discussions a little bit more. It's always good for a giggle. Right, okay. Let's see what is happening in the view. Can we get up to this thing here? Is it still obstructed? No, we can get there now. That's good.
Quantum drive is now on.
Just want to get to Levski, people. That's all I want to do. 17 minutes to live stream. I'm just going to keep this going
Drive is now off.
until we get to where we want to go to, or until the live stream starts, whichever is first. Okay, so there's Levski. How far away is it? It's 121. I mean, I've got no idea. I've just come from there. So, is that going to be near or far, or is it on this side or that side? I don't know. Maybe I should go for this one instead. Or have I just come from there? I don't really know what's going on. I'll try that one. Maybe I'll check the old doodad. Maybe this is the best way to do it, really, isn't it? Go to my position. I can't even read the bastard thing. Oh, okay, look at all these locations. What are these then? These are asteroid fields around Delamar. That's interesting. You learn something new every day, don't you? Right, so there I am. And where is Levski? It's all too brightly lit. I can't read it. Sorry, can't read it. I wish they'd sort their graphics out.
Quantum drive is now on.
Just find that sort of thing irritating. Because, you know, you can make the game cinematic as you want, but if you can't, like the way these readouts are, they're all fuzzy, and it's not my eyes. I haven't got brilliant eyesight, but I can see that my glasses on that is out of focus, and what is the point of that? Not that I'm complaining, of course, because I love the game, and it's all going to be fine. Right, let's try it. Let's try coming at it from this angle, shall we? 100 and yeah, okay. This looks slightly better. Let's give it about 700. Yeah, let's give it about 700, then we'll come in and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, anyway, as I was saying, in that Mark Hamill apparently, in that what you do in the first scene is Gillian Anderson and Mark Hamill are kissing, and then you have the option to be in either Mark's mouth, Gillian's mouth from the inside, and if you use the SLOIP, saliva over IP, you can get drenched. You're going to get drenched because Gillian Anderson's a very, very sloppy kisser. And then what happens is, after that scene, what happens is Mark is shrunk down, or the character, Old Man Taggart, or whatever his name is shrunk down to the size of a pea. And you remember that film, you know, Internal Voyage, or whatever it's called, or Look at My Endoscopy, I think it was called, something like that. Basically starring Tuck Pendleton, the one-man fighting machine, whatever it was he did in the film, that guy. Great actor, actually. I like him a lot. But what's his name? Harry McGuffin, I think his name is. Great actor. And basically he's not in it at all. But it's like that because they shrink Old Man Taggart down to the size of a pea, and Gillian Anderson in mid-kiss. It happens in mid-kiss by mistake. This is the beginning of Squadron 43. That was originally going to be called Squadron 43. And they changed some of it now, but some of it they've left in because it was so popular with some of the concierge members, who are the only members who are allowed to see this scene. And some of them, you know, got absolutely so drenched in the SLOIP, the saliva over IP, that they had to call in a CPR guy. One guy drowned, you know, which you know, a big lawsuit, like the SLOIP company sued Chris, and he eventually paid them off in sponges. And that's one of the reasons that Squadron 43, as it was then known, was delayed. Now it's called Squadron 42, because it was an earlier iteration that they put a larger number on to take them. They hoped that by adding a number onto it each time, that it would make it happen faster. But then eventually Sandy pointed out that just naming it a larger number doesn't make it happen, doesn't bring it any closer in time. And Chris and Erin were quite upset about that. They cried for a week about that. They thought they could just, because they started off with Squadron 1, they thought they could just add a number on each time, and it would become like it would just get closer each time. They'd just say, well, it's now February, Chris, we have to call it Squadron 2. And March they called it Squadron 3, and April called it Squadron 5, and then they realised they'd made a mistake and had to go back a month and call it Squadron 4 again. But it caused all sorts of shenanigans. But then it was Sandy. Sandy didn't like to say anything at the beginning, but in the end she had to point it out 2 years later, and the game still hadn't come out. Chris and Erin just kept calling it larger and larger numbers in the hope that that would just make something happen. Sandy pointed out they actually have to hire people to work on the game to make it happen. It's not a matter of just naming it a larger number each time. So like I said, Chris and Erin, they were very upset. Eric Oren Davis, they were very upset about that, and rightly so. It's nothing like seeing a dream die. And welcome to Star Citizen 3.0. It's all happening tonight. In about 10 minutes, they're going to start the stream. And as I said, Gillian Anderson and Mark Hamill kiss in the first scene, and then it gets a little bit raunchy. I'm not going to spoil it, right? But Mark, anyway, is shrunk down, and he is swallowed by Gillian Anderson, and with hilarious results. I'm telling you, it's one of the funniest game streams I've ever seen. I've seen some of it because I know Chris quite well from Vietnam, and saved my life. Goddamn fucking hell of a guy. And he's somebody that you really want in your foxhole, if you know what I mean. He's an incredible guy, really is an incredible guy. And if he hadn't thrown himself on that grenade, well, I wouldn't be live streaming right now, I can tell you guys. I appreciate it. I've got no legs, but I mean, apart from that, I'm in tip-top shape. Tip-top shape. I do wish that my piloting skills were a little better than they are, though, because I'm terrible at this, especially this Levski one. I really don't like it. There we go. It's just coming in too close, that's all it was. Right, now I've got only a little bit of time now to get this Beryl to bed. Beryl, I'm going to put you to bed, darling. Now, this is a situation where I'm just going to get a little bit closer, and then I'm going to see if I can get a... Although what I might do... No, if I want to sell it, I've got to do the proper landing, haven't I? Now, I've had a real terrible time. Look, you see the frames dropping through the roof now as we approach this. We're on 10 frames a second here. It's going to be a nightmare. Let's just get ourselves a little bit over here. Let's just slow it right down. While we'll hail these guys. I can't see the Mobi-glass. I can't see it. I get really fed up with this, man. I really do. I can't see anything. Hang on a minute. Let's just have a little delve around here. Let's turn the brightness down a bit and the contrast up a bit. See if that helps us to see what's going on. It's worse. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. Comlink. Oh, we go. Levski lander control. Yeah?
Well, there we go. One hangar all ready to go.
There we go. All one hangar all ready to go. But you wish you'd done a second take of that. I know you don't get long with these, so I'm just going to try and come in a little bit quick here. Let's level her up a bit. And let's just drop her down. See if we can get a decent look at what's happening here. So we've got the nose down. We want the nose up, and we want her to come down. And she's got our landing gear out, which I don't really understand that much. Come on, baby. Don't let me down. Let's see how that looks. Go forward slightly. Nope. Okay. There she is. Come on, don't let me down. Yep. Oh, you Alright. Come on. Come on, love. Sort it out. This music, my God, I'm gonna cry. He's going to tell me that it's all over in a minute.
Landing complete.
Well done, boy.
Touchdown! Landing complete.
I don't want to crash, alright? I don't want any bullshit from you now. I just want to get in there and... Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. I've landed that really badly right at the back of the ship. But to be honest, I'm not that bothered. Because I made it. I absolutely did it. And we're just in time for the stream. Just in time for the stream. So we can sell this barrel before we get to the stream. The stream is starting in about 5 minutes, people. 5 minutes to the stream. And we're just going to hop out the side and get ourselves into the business we know and love, which is the business of selling barrel. He's a barrel seller, a barrel seller. I'm a barrel seller, and I'm proud to say that I've got the finest barrel that money can buy, all the way from Port Oliver. I think that's how you pronounce it. All the way from Port Oliver. Am I supposed to sell it down here? I can't remember. Where are the consoles? Is that really bad parking? Not too bad, is it? I'm a bit near the back. Are they consoles? No, don't be silly. Don't be silly, boy. Who would put a console there? Only a monkey would put a console there. You have to be some sort of tool to put a console in a dark environment like that. Right, let's sell this barrel. Come on, let's sell some barrel. Just in time. Just in time. And it's... Come on, give me the juice, man. I want to get it on. Here we go. Now we're in. I want to go up ski, Levski. 2 customs, 2 hangar 4, 2 customs. So we're in hangar 4. Right, don't forget that. Be like the memory foam and remember the shape of your own arse. Now look, that's a mistake. That should be showing a difference now, shouldn't it? If this lift is moving, then I should be getting a readout from that Cutlass Black. So just pointing out the bugs as we go, you know, no harm in it. Now these are the calling of the ship's consoles, or are they? Are they? Ship retrieval, not interested. But I am interested in a little bit of sales. I'm going to go through customs and find myself Liberty maintenance. No, I've got a feeling they're this way. Feel the frames, 10 frames a second. People stand around looking lost. They've all been bummed out by the notion of a dead child cradled in the arms of a hero. Not exactly a cheerful welcome, but never mind. Nothing like infanticide to put you off your breakfast, to put you off your barrel. Let's see what we can do here. The Drake Cutlass Black. There it is. My God. Mineral, beryl, beryl. There she is. Click on it. Beryl. Amount to put. I don't want to buy. I want to sell. Sell. I want to sell my beryl. Please don't sell me, John. I've been good to you. I know, beryl, but when you got to go, you got to go, love. There's my beryl. Goodbye, baby. Just 1 second. I'm just selling some beryl. Oh, look at that. He's only gone and done it. Got it. I made a loss. Made a loss on my beryl. What a shame. Never mind. Alright, I'm backing off. I'm backing off. Right, mission accomplished. All I can say is, in the foyer here at Levski, with 11 frames a second, we've made some business. We sold some beryl for a loss, but never mind. Our Cutlass is 390 metres away, and that is not a bad thing. Like I said, the stream is coming up very soon. Look out for Mark Hamill kissing Gillian Anderson, and use the SLOIP, which stands for Saliva Over IP. You can get absolutely drenched through the power of the internet. So make the most of that, ladies and germs, and I will bid you a lovely stream, happy days, and thanks very much for you know what. This has been Star Citizen 3.0 patch 68491739471. Thanks for watching.